And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And in the backcourt, it's Smith and Beal. And it's Bonga in at the 3. And for the 76ers, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Josh Richardson out there with Korkmaz. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Smith feeling it out a bit from deep. And Embiid pulls it down. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Yeah, but you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Bank shot, no good.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Smith, the pass to Hachimura. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by the 76ers.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. And the basket is good.
And this is a testament to the concentration Embiid possesses. I mean, he's able to finish despite getting bodied up.
Here's Smith. Al Horford with the rebound. Smith against Richardson. Passes it to Harris. Bonga pulls it in. For Washington, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And here's Smith. Pass to Hachimura. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Horford. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3 ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
First free throw is good. When you were prepping for a new year, Chris, I'm sure you had some things that were important for you leading up to the season, your workout routine and how you got ready.
Yeah, you know, conditioning, those type of things, those are things you're going to do anyway. You're going to stay in shape. But for me, what was most important was coming back with a new aspect of my game each year. So to come back with a better jump shot or a better jump hook or different moves off the dribble, because the scouting report, that they're in and they hone in on you. They know your game, and so you have to add something to it to throw the defense, to throw the scouts off. And so to me, it was always coming back with a new offensive type of move so that I could keep on forcing the defense to pay attention to me. That way I could be a better passer as well.
Staying one step ahead. Good point. Now here is Horford. And here's Harris from the arc. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Bonga deciding where to go with it. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Beal. Here's Embiid. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Pass to Beal from downtown. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Wow, he's a confident shooter from three-point range. I mean, even with the D hovering near him.
Now the pass to Richardson.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
First trip to the line for him here.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Trailing by 2. Outside, Beal. Back to Smith. Clock at 6. Here's Bryant. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Richardson, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Washington called for the foul. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Richardson.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, you know, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
Here's Hachimura. Here's Bonga. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, the Wizards last year, I mean, they struggled on defense. We saw that, which was a big part of why they missed out on the playoffs. Now, teams know it is a weakness, and that's something they need to address. This team knows it. That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Outside, Beal. They double-team Beal. Pass to Bonga. Ryan against Richardson. Bryant's shot is good. Chris, with the Wizards and their lack of defense, Last season, it showed up in the numbers.
Yeah, Kevin, they were second to last in effective field goal percentage against in the league. I mean, that just didn't challenge shooters inside and out. No amount of offense can make up for that.
Here's Harris, and again, it's Philadelphia.
Well, even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels at ease rising up for the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
Now here's Beal. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Here's Hachimura, guarded by Horford. Hachimura, no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Here's Korkmaz. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Beal deciding where to go with it. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Beal's got 5.
Look at the precision from Beal. It's just incredible. He loves slashing his way through the D with his ball hand.
Richardson with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Burke comes in for Richardson. Harris with it. Working on Bertans. 6 on the shot clock. Harris outside. Drills the three-pointer. Harris has got his second basket.
We've seen an improvement in this aspect of Harris's game. I mean, his ability to stretch the floor with the shooting, nice.
Pass to Wagner. Here's McRae, guarded by Embiid. Lets it go from 14. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Look, he's a tough fella to deal with when he gets below the free throw line.
Back to Burke. Bertans grabs the board.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
The shot by Schofield, no good. Here's Milton. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Chiosa. Pass to Wagner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Milton. There's the pass to Embiid. Burke kicks to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. On deep. That shot missing. And Washington the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close. I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
Here's Milton. Inside, here's Harris. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Harris has got 7 points.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's McRae. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? You have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout-out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
No good on the second free throw. The 76ers leading by 3. Thibault, the pass to Scott. Count it.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. With the floater, here's Wagner. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now Burke still looking for his first bucket in this one. No good with the layup. To the middle. Here's Schofield. Passes it to Chiozza. Here's McRae. For the 3. He doesn't hit that one. The 76ers leader. Stolen away. Chiozza scanning the floor. A floater. The Wizards shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw missing. The 76ers making a switch here. Smith is checked in. And he's good on the second. 1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Thibault. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Chiozza passes to Bertans, and they take the lead. And the Wizards lead by 1.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Kicks it to Smith. 1:22 left here in the first quarter. Stripped away. Here's McRae. They get it again. Bertans. Nice D from Scott.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Ennis passes to Thibault. Shoots it up. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Washington's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's McRae. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Wizards have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The 76ers trailing. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Thibault. That's tipped. Here's McRae, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
The Wizards have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The 76ers trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Thibault. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Washington out in front. They're up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
Just to be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the 3. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the 3 ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, Jamie. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter, but now it's paying off.
Take a break.
You've got
2
Ennis.
shots.
Smith is out there with Scott. And it's Bolden in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. The first one falls. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Here's McRae. Nice D from Scott. From 20 feet out. And that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got 6. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's McRae. He has 7. Tipped away. Now here's Ennis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. That's off as well, so he misses both. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards, getting their first look, a preseason look at the 76ers here.
Yeah, and no doubt this is a team that gave them a lot of trouble last season.
The Wizards have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. First one falls for him.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The 76ers trail. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Bradley Beal picks one up. The 76ers have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. The Wizards with the lead. Bounce pass, Smith. Scott against Beal. Can't cash in from close range. The 76ers shooting in this game 45%. Now here's Richardson. Tight defense on him. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She make them creatively. They be bright. They be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans, how loud they are, how they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
Here's Richardson following the bucket by the Wizards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bryant. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's Beal on the wing, covered by Smith.
You know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
And the first one at the line is good.
And did you see the maturation of Beal over time? I mean, I noticed it. He added more wrinkles and dimensions to his game. He's an impressive two-guard.
And both free throws good for Beal. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Beal about a 25, 5 and 5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. Washington trailing. Pass to Wagner. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Knocked loose and stolen by Richardson. Doubled by Smith. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Embiid inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Embiid's got 8 points.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, I mean, it's all but over.
Smith kicks to Beal. They double team Beal. Pass to Wagner. Now Smith. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc, it's deflected. The pass to Richardson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Bolden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. It's good. Milton's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Wizards trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Al Horford is checked in for Bolden. And Trey Burke subbed in for Richardson. So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Beal gets a wide open look. The Wizards with another miss.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just 1 triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. It's a 5-point game. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Here's Wagner. And that one hits back iron.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Smith outside. Here's Beal. And at times, Chris, reporters have talked about a rift between Beal and Wall. But you know what? Beal has nothing but great things to say about his backcourt mate.
Yeah, Kevin, Bill has said himself that he believes a lot of his success is due to Wall. Bill's production with Wall sideline flourished. But Bill would much prefer to have Wall by his side.
And he makes the first. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the 76ers. So he gets them both.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
To the left wing. Horford the pass to Korkmaz. 6 to shoot. Here's Milton. Takes a 3. Drops in the tray. Milton's got 7.
It took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
And here's Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bonga, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Wizards trail by 6. Down low, here's Hachimura. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
A shot by Milton, no good. Washington's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. They get it back. Good work defensively by Horford. Philadelphia leading by 6. Here's Korkmaz. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Wizards with possession, trailing here by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Chiozza. Burke grabs the miss. The 76ers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Burke. Davis Bertans checks in for Beal. Burke hits them both. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Chiozza. Passes it to Hachimura. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And that one falls for Hachimura. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always
Lord,
been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right. And so it's Washington with it after Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. Here's Chiozza. Burke covering. Pass to McRae. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. McRae has got 10 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now, here's Horford. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Right wing. The Wizards working the ball around now.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Burke dishes to Harris. Poked loose. shot's good from O'Quinn. And the 76ers lead by 8. Washington's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Over to the left wing. Here's the three. And again, Washington with the triple.
Well, they get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
Here's Thibault. 6 points for him. That one's rebounded by McRae. McRae has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now the 76ers on the break, and Horford wide open. He shoots. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. The 15-footer. Good. Burks got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
James Ennis, he'll check in for Al Horford.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Tobias Harris. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 8 rebounds and 2 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Here's Chiozza. Here's Bertans. Drops in the layup for 2. Bertans got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Ennis kicks to Burke. 1:41 left in the first half. O'Quinn up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Wagner. Here's Chiozza. O'Quinn defending. And there's the pass to Schofield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. And 1:01 left to play here in the half. Burke with it. It's tipped.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Here's Schofield. O'Quinn defending. That one drops for him. Wagner's got 6 points in the quarter.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Now here's Burke. Guarded closer. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. .27 seconds left now here in the second. They swipe it. All sorts of time. Knocked away.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Here's Scott. The 76ers again can't hit it. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They asserted themselves nicely in the second quarter and now have a fairly comfortable 5-point lead here at halftime. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
I think they're playing defense with their hands instead of their feet. Too many times they've been caught reaching and they paid the price. These guys giving up way too many free throws. They need to stop sending guys to the line. Come on.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
The NBA preseason action continues here on 2K Sports. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Manning the backcourt, it's Smith and Beal. Davis Bertans out there with Hachimura. And it's Bonga in at the threesome.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series ending fall-away jumper 4 times bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
That free throw good from Korkmaz. And for the Sixers, 2 consecutive seasons, Chris, getting knocked out in the second round. How did they get over the hump?
Well, Kevin, first you want to start with health. And then after, can your guys stay healthy? How about the chemistry? The East is wide open. They have the talent to beat anybody.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Bertans. He's off on the second. Wizards trail by 6. Smith outside. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Richardson. He kicks it to Harris. Passes it to Horford. Here's Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man, Chris, in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Smith kicks to Bertans. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. Great showing for him last season. 11th in scoring, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. That one falls for Bertans.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
And so he makes both from the line.
Man, last season was such a tough one for the Wizards. I mean, they lost John Wall to injury midway through. They ended up 11th in the East and out of the playoffs.
Now, here's Richardson. Horford trying to free himself up. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 12.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Smith inside, Richardson covering. Inside, here's Hachimura.
We've seen Bill evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Harris passes to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
For so long, C-Webb, the Wizards were looking to get past that second round in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, now they might have to recalibrate their team for that. I mean, their team has some glaring holes that a quick fix just can't help. They will need to build from the ground up to get back on track.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Yep, that one goes. 8 points for him.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Smith against Richardson. Smith, the pass to Hachimura. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Pass to Embiid, and they double up Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith, and that'll be his third foul so far. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Richardson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
First free throw is good. So he picks up just one from the line that time.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
And stolen by Horford. Here's Embiid. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And the 76ers making a change here. Bolden's checked in. Well, free throw drops for Embiid.
Oh, yeah, Cal. And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
And stolen by Richardson. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Horford, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
And Chris at the defensive end. So much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
They double team Beal. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Washington now. Hachimura the pass to Smith. Bertans with the ball. Shot clock at 5. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Smith. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Out to Smith. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Hachimura's got rebound number 7 for him tonight to stop the run. Here's Bertans, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Wizards making a switch here. That one is no good. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-7 run. Smith on the wing. Bertans defending. Here's Bolden, and he's on the money with his first shot today. And the 76ers lead by 16. Here's Bonga. No good that time. Good D by Embiid. Smith on the wing. Fires the three. Rebound by the Wizards. Hachimura's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Bonga. Outside, Beal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. Great showing for him last season. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. And the first one at the line is good. The 76ers making a switch here. Burks is checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Chioza's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The 76ers leading by 15. Here's Smith. This is his first chance at the line tonight. No good on the free throw for the Wizards. Wagner, he's checked in for Hachimura. And it's Jordan McRae in for Bradley Beal. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Schofield. The pass to Chioza. Here's Wagner. Passes to McRae. And the layup's good off the glass. McRae's got 12 in the game.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Bolden passes to Smith. Kicks it to Burke. Shoots the three. Hits it from three-point range. He has 7.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Here's Chioza. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Milton grabs the board. Milton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. In the corner, Smith with it. Here's Bolden. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And that one misses. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Washington. And the second free throw, good. Wizards trail by 17. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Jonah Bolden. And the Wizards with possession. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. McRae has got 15.
He's not their first option too often, but he can hit the three when he's on.
Burke kicks to Ennis. Here's Thibault. Bryant with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that
could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And here are the 76ers now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Shot clock at 6. Here's O'Quinn, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And Washington making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. That one is off. And he sinks the second. Here's Chiozza. And Mahinmi now atop the key. To the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Chiozza's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Thibault. He's got 6. Back to Burke. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Burke's got 10 points.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Here's Chiozza. He has 6. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's foul number 2 for him. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Here's Schofield. Fade away. Got a piece of it, but they get it back. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from McRae.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Now here's Burke. He's got 10. Harris outside.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Well, you look at Tobias Harris. I mean, it's remarkable the way he's improved. His confidence from three-point range, a huge part of it.
That's good from Harris. Well, you look at Harris's long-range shooting. Nothing special, Chris, through the first 6 years of his career. But then he turned it around.
Well, Kevin, you know he had laser eye surgery in the summer of 2017. And after that, his shooting improved dramatically. Man, I got to go get surgery now. Anyway, maybe he should be a spokesperson based on how well it worked out for him.
Here's Hachimura. He's got 11. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Understanding how to burn the defense in those sets. Hachimura doesn't rush anything. Lets the play develop naturally.
Now here's Ennis. Burke looking over the floor. Hits the jumper in space. Burke's got 12. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 14-point game. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Scott. Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely. Pass to Scott. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. And Philadelphia making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Bertanis, he's checked in for Wagner. That one misses. Wizards trail by 15. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Hachimura. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Scott the pass to Thibault. To the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Ennis, and it's good, 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 15.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's McRae at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it, opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Pass to Harris. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Knocked loose, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Bertans finds Smith. Back to Bertans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beal. That's good on the jump shot. Beal's got 12 in the game.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Now Richardson. 9 points in the game so far. Ball's knocked loose, and so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. Richardson dishes to Harris. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Philadelphia looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Always a joy to get a sneak peek of the NBA season ahead as we get back to the action. Mike Scott out there with Horford. Then there's Harris. Then there's Richardson. And it's Korkmaz in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Beal. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Five to shoot. Smith fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Now here's Richardson. No good on the triple.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Hachimura, no good.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Fires from the line. Out of hand on it. And it's Beal in the corner. And again, Washington, no good. Philadelphia leading by 13. Got a piece of it. Beal with the steal. And the pass to Bonga. Now Smith, defended by Scott. Smith, no good.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Poked loose. Hit his leg.
Kick.
And the ref saying he kicked it. Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And Harris wide open. He shoots, bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking jumper from Harris. He has put a ton of work into his shooting in the offseason since he came into the league.
Washington calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson against Smith. Passes it to Hachimura. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Good on the shot. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
Well, I just like how Smith is keeping his focus, even when the D is breathing down his neck.
Richardson outside. The baseline J. Good. He hits the jump shot. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Bonga. Here's Hachimura. They double-team Beal. Here's Bertanis. That one off the back iron and out. Philadelphia leading by 16. Here's Harris. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Every season, Harris seems to enhance his offensive attack. He knows how important it is to keep getting better and better and better.
Here's Bonga. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Now, here's Richardson. Pass to Milton. He kicks it to Embiid. From deep, Richardson. Beal pulls it in. Wizards trail by 16. Here's Bonga. He's off on that one. Good D by Embiid. 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Harris outside. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Aggressive move by Harris. A little contact there. He just powers through it.
Smith in the posts. Richardson covering. Bertans with the ball. Embiid's there. Here's Beal. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Oh, Beal plays big in the paint. It doesn't matter who's on him. He's determined to finish over.
The 76ers leading by 16. Timeout called the 76ers. And see, Webb, when Ish Smith goes to the rim, he is so deceptive. You just don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, Kevin, and sometimes I feel that Smith doesn't even know where he's going. But he's a crafty player that keeps defenders off balance. With his change of speed, he gets the job done.
Philadelphia with the ball. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Richardson. Dishes it to Harris. Takes the 3. Milton's shot is good. And the 76ers lead by 19.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Bertanis. And Embiid with the block.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. That free throw missing.
Yeah, he was a 19th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Here's Bonga. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, I love the tenacity that Harris plays with, a ridiculous dunker off the drive.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Beal with it, picked up by Harris. Beal can't get it to go. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now, here is Smith. Here's Bonga. Outside, Beal. Clock at 6. But they'll get another chance. Here's Schofield. The pass to Hachimura. Over Horford. The Wizards with another miss.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Smith. The 76ers getting the bucket. The teardrop falls in.
And Smith has the floater down to a science, the rainmaker. A difficult shot that he has mastered over time.
Richardson outside. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, you know, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. Now here's Beal. Pass to Bonga. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Harris.
Shooting two.
And he can't get the first one. And the 76ers with some changes. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Horford. Ennis comes in for Harris. And it's Zaire Smith in for Shake Milton. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Hachimura. C.J. Miles comes in for Ish Smith. And Troy Brown subbed in for Beal. Good on the second free throw. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Smith against Brown. Richardson outside. Rebound by the Wizards. Brown outside. It seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
The 76ers shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Picked away. Tipped away. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford's checked in for Bolden. Harris comes in for James Ennis. And it's Shake Milton in for Smith. Richardson against Smith. Here's Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. Releases from 15. They get the rebound. Beal can't get it to go.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Richardson up top, covered by Smith. Embiid wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Embiid's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Now here's Beal, and stolen by Richardson.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Joel Embiid.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
Now, here's Richardson. Back to Horford. Kicks to Richardson. Pass to Milton. Shot clock at 5. Top of the key. Here's Embiid. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Smith outside. Pass to Mahinmi. Brown against Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Now here's Horford. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenge every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Another NBA preseason game is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.